Greetings. This is page 5. Page 4 is not needed because it's just some notes what I was trying to work on rather than what I did do, like this page, for example. All the information is written after page 5. Okay. Theory given to me by true God, Almighty Emmanuel, Holy Perfect One, the Creator of life. Okay. I have a theory in how to make the shuttle go faster. We talked about a little bit on this before, okay? But anyway, this is more detail, okay? Or maybe we'll see. Once the shuttle is in orbit, it can pause so as to fix or check the computer for its journey. That is, if you want to do it that way, okay? Once it's checked or fixed, etc., or when it is in lift-off form, lift off from Earth, so on. In other words, while it's lifting off from Earth, going into orbit, for example, if you want to do it while it's moving, okay, in other words, it will reach enormous speeds on its own, for example, so as once it's traveling, it has to be pushed to go even more faster, like the engine. Or engines can reach enormous speed, but in orbit, there is no gravity. Note this, okay? So while it's traveling, if you can give another that is another blast off, in other words, as many as wanting, in other words, and many blast off as wanting from orbit this time, like with the same engine or different ones, it will go much faster. You can repeat this as many times as possible or needed. For example, if it's traveling in the speed of sound, and while it's traveling, to give it more power by the same engine or other engines, it should reach at least 10 times or even 100 times or so on, traveling the speed more or less, in other words, or more or less, depending how many pushes you give it, as many blast-offs, in accordance to how technology works at its best, how it is built, and what it can do in accordance to the engineering, development, shall, whatever. It's got to be done future technologized, in other words. If we haven't got the technology today, that is, which you may have anyway, which I call takeoff from Earth. In example 1, the velocity. What I mean by that is movement. The movement of speed times the speed of movement in accordance to its ability, performance in relating to the ability to resist the pull back of gravity. So you need more energy, in other words, okay, from planet Earth. Blast of more power from space equals, with no gravity, the movement of speed times the speed of motion in accordance to the fact of no pullback. That is, the gravity doesn't pull you back because no gravity to turn it, to pull you back, okay? This is then, there is no gravity to pull you back, in other words, down, you see. Okay, that's just, I mentioned that part. Okay, it means when taking off from Earth, there is the resistance of gravity to pull you back down. So you need even more. So you need a lot of energy for blast off and travel. So by giving it another blast off, or as many blast offs as possible, even from space this time, at no gravity, it will reach more speed, enormous amount of speed. But while in orbit, there is no gravity to resist to pulling you back down. So you can do you can do the same thing, only noticing you will travel much faster, 100 times faster, for argument's sake, or more or less, times more each time another blast off or push is given to the shuttle, as many as required with the shuttle in movement. Okay, or even standing still before the first blast off, okay? I mean, that is in orbit. So it's blasting off, whether you first stand still in orbit and then do many blast offs, or while in movement, or in actual movement from Earth. Remember, though, not to go near obstacles that may pull you in, like planets, that is, while driving. So to land on it, you slow down way before you reach there, okay? In other words, while traveling in enormous speed and you reach your destination, say to land on a planet, you must not let the shuttle be pulled in out of control and crash. So by slowing down way before you reach it, you go to safe and normal speed. When approaching new places with gravity, also know that there are, as you do, more gravity in some planets or moons, so as like others. So there's more in some places than others, okay? Yeah. We might go into page 6 now, because I think I've got more tape. We'll attempt it anyway. Page 6. To see outside the shuttle, what we can do is, by telescopes, build outside the spaceship attached and combine with computer to be able to see short, medium, long distance. And like I said before, as in human view as well, through windows. You can also use the computer or computers for driving the spaceship. Also, it must be computerized to its best and to do all jobs needed by the computer and all things like telescopes, whatever. Also can have windows, whatever. Okay, you can read that black writing. Okay. 3. With a spaceship, you can have a variety of different ones, like the ship that carries aircraft would be to deliver aircraft on planets, while another can be built to carry equipment instead of airplanes. Or you can have small spaceships, like you can carry bulldozers or other type of equipment, anything that you want, survival, whatever, or other things, balancing things in weight, so as machinery to fix up the planet, etc. Like you can have a greenhouse, or many, and release the oxygen. Like you can have a whole civilization, a small one, medium or large, in a greenhouse. See, once this is done, you can release the air, etc. Like you can place supply in another, or you can use all 3 methods in in a bigger spaceship, and every other thing needed in separate or one spaceship, as long as the shuttle is balanced in weight. That is it at its best. Note also that when you travel in the speed of light, I have to mention something. I forgot what that is. Anyway, I might do it next time. Anyway, once we build each planet for it to be able to support and keep living beings there and alive, we can transport living beings and there, like cars, boats, planes, etc., and make it a real home, second planet Earth. Okay, you can read that black writing. Okay, so then in hyperspace, for example, you can have a big spaceship and have rocket ships inside, or they attached to the side of the mothership, or to come out somehow without big fuel fire coming out of the back of the shuttle. Okay, so once it's out, it's attached to the spaceship. This can be small spaceships that don't use that type of fuel that will burn up the shuttle. Now, these shuttles can be connected to the spaceship in any position that you want. For example, left, right, up, down, whatever. And of course, giving it extra push with the rocket fuel that will be turned on at the time, only at the time when it's blasts off. So then, if you want to turn left, you can go that way, right that way, by using one of the rocket ships or spaceships, if you want to prefer it that way. Okay, so you can pick up an enormous amount of speed that way. Okay, the rocket ship is very dangerous if it's got fire at the back, but you can build some without that, as I explained anyway. Once this planet is livable, you can start the workforce there, like taking and building things out of the planet, which has been my dream and of course space mission dream and most people dream for years. So you can build other planets there. Now, we may or may not have the technology at this time, okay, so on, but as more technology increases, see this work, they would know that sometime now or in the future, we will have success as technology increases, prayer and all this type of stuff. These plans will be the reason of its success, so on. We'll jump on here because we're running out of tape. Note that all my work has been given to the believers. That is where I said the copyright. Okay. If there's anything more, you can read that because I'm running out of film, okay? Just pause and read that. I don't remember what I written there off by heart, but anyway. You can read this. Okay. Now, like I said before, this may be a old or up-to-date copyright, but I'll mention the up-to-date one, which is in these videos, and of course the last part of the page tells you the same copyright given to the Christian Democratic Party. I don't have to mention this again. Okay, Christian Democratic Party in Australian and Greek government and the space missions in hope that the world will work in universal peace, so on. I'm not going to mention it again, Lord. Is that right? Oh, thanks, Lord. Okay.